everybody, Jason here of GhostbustersNews.com, and as always, Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube. And today, I continue my build of Eagle Moss Hero Collector's 1/8 scale Ecto-1 as we kick off issue number 20. Now, as the trend here, before we head on over to the build table today, if you would actually like to sign up and start your very own Ecto-1 build from Eagle Moss Hero Collector, we do have subscription links, and they can be found right down below in this video's description. Click those links, sign up today, and every single month, you'll have pieces of the Ecto-1 delivered to your home. Build it piece by piece, and eventually, you'll have one heck of a showpiece in your Ghostbusters collection. Now that I've said that, let's go ahead and head on over to the build table today. All right, everyone, welcome back to the build table here today. And once again, today we're going to be cracking open issue number 20, and we're going to be taking a look at stages 71 and 72. 71, we're going to be building the right hood hinge, and then 72, what do we got here? The left hood hinge, as well as also parts for the inner roof. So let's go ahead and turn to 71 here. So yes, the right hood hinge and lock and hinge rim parts. Now bringing in stage 71 here, this is what we're looking at here today, so let's go ahead and get this unbagged. Okay, and there it is there. This piece it's plastic, not metal. Let's go ahead and move this out of the way. So it looks like here our first step is going to be assembling the hood hinge. Begin by securing the hood hinge right C to hood hinge right B. So let's find those pieces. Okay, so I've got the three pieces here, and it looks like it'll be pretty easy to do. All I've got to do is just run 2 BM screws in there. So give me a second, and yeah, let's get the screws in place. Okay, so with that turn there, we've got all 3 pieces now connected all together there. I'm not really too sure if it's supposed to be this loose. I may actually have to go in and retighten it a little bit here. But it looks like our next step is we're going to be attaching, what do we got here? Another hood hinge to this piece right here. Alright, so it looks like that's just going to go through there, and then we're going to secure these 2 pieces together using 1 more BM screw. So let's get that BM screw in there. Okay, so we now got that screw in place, another BM screw in there. Now actually looking ahead here, figure C, D, and E, it's all about attaching more hinges. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up this video a little bit here, and we're going to bring you to the end of figure E here. And just like that, we now have got figure C, D, and E finished. Now, quick heads up, I did go back and I actually tightened up all the other screws with a different screwdriver. I just wanted to make sure everything could support its own weight. Now moving on to figure F here, we're going to have to fit the hood hinge right spring between the notch on the hood hinge right C and D. That seems easy enough. I've pretty much already got it exactly how it shows here. Looks like this end is going to connect into here, and then really got to stretch this spring out. Okay, there we go. So we've got that on there, and as I just mentioned, you really got to put quite a bit of elbow grease there and really stretch that kind of metal spring out so it will fit properly. So our next step here is going to be part 2, fitting the hood inner frame. So it looks like actually we're going to bring in the actual hood of the Ecto-1, which I think that was like a part 1 build, like issue 1, stage 1, whatever you want to call it. So it's been a while since we've seen the hood here, but yeah, we're actually going to be attaching the inner frame to the bottom of the hood, it looks like. And yeah, it looks like the inner frame just rests right on the bottom of the hood there, easy enough. And then to secure these 2 pieces together, we're going to go in with 9 SM screws. So let's go ahead and yeah, attach these 2 together. Okay, so we've got the 9th SM screw there in place. So the hood inner frame is now attached to the hood, as you can see. Moving on here, our next step is going to be fitting the hood lock. So let's go ahead and grab those pieces. All right, so here is the small little hood lock there, and it looks like we're just going to put it right at the front of the vehicle, just like this. And then to secure it in place, it is asking for 3 EP screws. So let's go ahead and get those in here. Okay, so 3rd screw is in there. Figure A is now done. Moving over to figure B here, it appears that we're going to be attaching the hood lock handle to the hood lock, obviously. So let's go ahead, grab that little small piece, which I've got right here, and we're going to be installing that using 1 AP screw. Alright, so handle is now installed, so the next step is one I've been waiting to actually do for quite a while. It is going to be fixing the hood rim to the actual hood itself there. And the rim, let me go ahead and grab it here. I think this is one of the other pieces here that we actually started building. I think it was like the 1st or 2nd issue. So yeah, really excited to actually finally get this. in play here on the Ecto-1 on the hood, and it looks like it's going to be pretty easy to do so. All we got to do is just kind of like line up the holes here. From there, we're going to be driving, what do we got here? 5 EP screws in total into this thing. 1, 2, 3, and then 2 in here. So really just securing that that hood rim to the actual lock mechanism and also the actual frame there. It's such a small little detail, but man, that front end looks so good. Okay, so moving on here, we're going to go over to part 5, fitting the right hinge, which is pretty self-explanatory. So to attach the right hinge, all I got to do is just put it right in there. There we go. And then, yeah, 2 RM screws is going to be ran in there. Okay, so that is now in place. But as of right now, that actually takes us to the end of stage 71 here. So let's go ahead, turn the page, and move on to stage 72, which is going to be building the left hood hinge, which is exactly what we just did in the previous. Yeah, it's pretty much identical, only it's the left-hand side rather than the right-hand side. Now let's go ahead and bring in stage 72 here. You can see, yeah, it comes with all those hinges and everything, as well as this big white piece. And that piece is... what is that piece? That's the... oh yeah, that's for the top. That's the inner roof hatch. Now we're going to get to that in the next video, but like I said, right now we're going to be focusing in on those left hinges. So give me a second, and yeah, I'm going to use the power of editing, and we're just going to build this, because once again, we've already built the right hinge. It's the exact same thing, it's just, you know, the left, not the right. Okay, and just like that, the left hinge is now completed. Alright, so moving on here, we're going to attach the left hinge to the hood, just like we did with the right one there. And yeah, same exact idea. To fasten these two together, we're going to need 2 more RM screws. Okay, so that is now in place, which means we're pretty close to actually being able to attach this to the actual Ecto-1 frame. Oh, you know what? Looking at the instructions here, we're actually a lot closer than I thought, because that is the next step, fitting the hood. So let me go ahead and bring in the Ecto-1 frame here. I still can't get over the size of this Ecto-1. I mean, I've done, what, like 30-some build videos so far, and yeah, every time I actually have this thing in hand, it's still, you know, it's still impressive. I'm still in awe of it. This thing is huge. Once again, 1/8 scale. Oh, now it actually looks like I'm gonna have to turn this upside down. So the next step looks easy enough. There's 1 hole here, 1 hole there, 1 hole, 1 hole, and then we're just gonna line it up with the holes that are on here. And then we're just going to drive through, what do we got there? 4 DM screws. So let's go ahead and line these up and yeah, get everything fixed together here. So the 4 screws have just been ran in, and as you can see, my Ecto-1 now finally has a hood. And as I mentioned earlier, this is something I've been waiting for since like issue 1 here, because I'm pretty sure that's what we did in issue 1, was kind of, you know, start the actual hood. And then of course, yeah, being a hood there, you can see it easily opens up, and then also closes down there. Now that does it for stage 72 here today. Be sure to join us next time here on the Ghostbusters News channel as we finish off issue number 20. And with that, that kicks off issue number 20, once again, stages 71 and 72. And as I said at the top of the video, if you would like to actually sign up for your very own Ecto-1 build, if you would like to start to build the same Ecto-1 that we are building in this video series, we've got those links and they can be found right down below in this video's description. That's all I've got for you here right now. As always, be sure to subscribe to Ghostbusters News right here on YouTube. Bust that bell notification icon to stay up to date with everything that's happening within the Ghostbusters world. If you'd like to join up with Ghostbusters News, check out our Patreon page. We have a link to that down below in this video's description, and I'll see everybody right back here next time.